Hey everyone, Merric here. We're back in the wonderful world of Torment, Tides of Numenera, and we're finally starting our mission. We're gonna examine that. Apparently there's broken pieces of the roof. A mechanical arm lies on the floor, presumably broken from your fall. Sparks pour from the arm, shattered housing, filling the air with a greasy stench. Lower machinery, attempt to scavenge what you can. Oh, ooh, it's special skills. I'm like a toddler. Ooh, want pokey. Apparently, because I picked the machinery lower, I can poke at it, and I'm going to. Tutorial effort. If you select the companion's portrait in the effort window, they can assist the last cast off in some challenges. Your companion's stats pools are used instead of your own. They may have different skills, abilities, and statistics that make the challenge easier. Companions cannot assist in a crisis and can only use their stats during their turn. Interesting. 60%, 45, 75. Ooh, so he can use... You depleted one of your stats pools. To recover your stats points, you can find a place to sleep or use consumables. Okay, success! Taking care to avoid the sparks, you extract several handfuls of shiny trinkets and coin-like objects. You recognize their value at once. Such objects can be accepted as shins. They have formed the currency of the regions of most regions of the world, so you gather them up and take them with you. We got money out of that? Okay. Gained a spray flesh and 20 shins. Examine the housing. Sharply pointed apparatus. Some useless stuff. Alright. Well, that was a good thing. Why are you shouting go at me? I'm not used to them talking to me. Okay. Take a closer look at the sarcophagus. Examine the suspended arms. Yeah. Inspect the manual ring. I know I'm skipping through a lot of this dialogue. I'm just looking for stuff. Alright. Well, we're done with that.
Ready.
Wait, no, hold on. What? What do you mean in this world, then? Flexible tubes are attached to this machine appear to be later additions. Someone cobbled the device together, but its function is unclear. Can I poke the tubes? No. Okay.
Yes.
No. Tiny glowing motes float in the interior of the tower. Each one surrounded by much smaller motes. Thousands of worlds, including their suns. Interesting. Oop. There's something I can take. Oh, it's a chest full of fleetfoot moss. That'll make us fast. Heals 3 points of intellect and some shins. We got some potions. A slate black unimpressive device hunkers before you. How does the device hunker? As you reach out to touch it, the triangle of light in its casing blazes to life, and images unfold in your mind. Okay. Command me. Okay. The intelligence chuckles, its light pulses. Show me that arch again. Okay. Anamnesis. Try to remember more details about this strange place. Put some effort into it. Critical success! I don't know what that means. I guess I rolled the 20. The stat spool spent on the effort restored. Oh, that's good. So I rolled the 20 and I got my stats back. The memory blossoms. You stand before the arch, eyeing the last 2 active cells in once impregnable Lugum Vo. Unleash cell 29, you say, and a twisted artifact appears before you. You claim it with a faint smile, watching the light fade from the cell above. Alright, cool. You flinch from the memory as it falls apart. You raise your eyes to the arch that is now cell 29 is dark, only cell 0 remains. Examine the Wasteland. Okay. Alright, let's do that. You found a cipher. Ciphers are Numenera objects that can trigger powerful effect but only be used once. Cipher and your cipher limit scores are displayed in a special section of your inventory screen. Take care not to accumulate more ciphers than your cipher limit, or you will experience unpleasant side effects. Unstable detonation is my cipher. The Zeiss Fighter Cell Zero will now be unleashed. Please be advised the objects you're about to receive are completely safe. Use no caution whatsoever. I don't believe that. Warning, all cells are now vacant. Shuddering Lugum Vo. The intelligence lights wink out one by one. Gain 3 experience and the unstable detonation. Interesting that a cast-off can command the changing god's machine. He crosses his arms with his chest. Over his chest. With it. He crossed his arms with his chest muscles. His nipples. How'd you do that? I don't know. There you go. How many memories might this child have access to? I must know. Oh, don't act like you don't know what that was. It's like the machine triggered something in his past. Amnesia. She gives you a meaningful look, mimics teeth gnashing and an animal gnawing on a bone. That's delightful.
Go.
Crackle. Let's do it. Let's do the butt stuff.
Yes.
Yes. See, he's really excited about the butt stuff. I think we've gotten everything over in this region. How do I inventory? Oh, hey, there we are. What's my cipher limit? I don't know where I find that. Inventory lets you view the equipment. Alright. Your equipment. Okay. Backpack contains items. Alright. Quest items contain any special items required for the quest. Quest items cannot be discarded or sold. You won't need to worry about accidentally losing one. The last section shows your ciphers. And your cipher limit, which is 1 out of 3. Ciphers shown in the inner circles highlighted in blue are safe to carry. Those in the outer circles highlighted in orange are over your cipher limit and inflict negative effects on you as long as you carry them. You could sell, discard, transfer them to another party member to get back under the cipher limit. Deals 6 energy damage. Huh. No. I just wanted to look at it. So we got this, we got that. I don't know what this is. Oh, it heals. Okay. 3 points of intellect. Use the item. Poke yourself. Use the item on yourself. Oh, right in the thigh. Alright, so we got some intellect back. And we're now loading land. Okay. Okay.
I need to talk to you.
What?
This is the reef of fallen worlds, kid.
Uh-huh.
It's a dangerous place at the best of times. And with you lighting up the sky as you fell, well, we should get out of here as soon as possible.
Why? Why are you looking at me when you said that? I wasn't. Don't be so paranoid. Well, when she isn't looking, he raises an eyebrow at you knowingly. Okay. Numenera, the paths are always dangerous, but there are other dangers too. Some closer. I hate to think what Castellan might do to him if I weren't here. What are the Numenera? What's that noise? You want me to tell you? He laughs without mirth. Numenera are all around you. Everything left over from the prior world. Sagas Cliffs thrives by trading artifacts from ancient civilizations' hells. You could scoop up a handful of here without finding dirt from prior worlds mixed with it. Okay. Numenera is anything for prior worlds, but mostly will mean stuff of value to us. A lot of Numenera are just oddities, fancy trinkets, with little real use, but sometimes you'll get a cipher that lets you do something incredible. Artifacts worth even more. A cipher will only do something once, but artifacts last longer, so they can burn out at most inconvenient times. Not that that's ever happened to me. Okay. Ask me again when we get out of here. Don't trust the damn reef anymore. They're the company we may keep. Alright, you know what? Let's keep going.
All right.
I don't know what those nipples are. I'm pretty sure that's what they are. Let's go poke them. Two floating cones swirl and spin deliriously around each other, giggling like children being tickled. The air around them smells sweet and burning leaves. Quick fingers. Touch it. You could put no effort. You could put 2 effort. Continue. Success! You managed to graze one at the tip of your finger. Roar! The voice says in a vision your vision is stolen from you. A moon hangs over you, but it's not the one you recognize. It's black in a pearl white sky. Thick, flat asteroids orbit like petals. You feel questioning tendrils at your ankles, and a hot wind at your face smells scorched grief. Your vision returns. Clones hang motionless for only a second before giggling. Watch them for patterns. The longer you stare, the more you're convinced they turn faster when they're spiraling past cross each other. What are you? The cones continue whirling. There's no sign they've even heard you. Alright, bye.
I'm ready.
Okay. Can I? Yeah, I can arrow. Okay. Going off screen will cause clicking. That's the most unfortunate matters. This place is weird. That looks gross. Let's poke it. A bubbling mass of sludge floats on the surface of the water. Every once in a while, an oily nodule separates from it, hurls in the sky. You catch a momentary glitz of muck-coated object, putrid mass. Let's go with that. Let's do that. I don't know what we did. Success! Next time the sunlight strikes the objects streaking the surface, you're ready. You snatch it from the oily mass. We got fresh vapors. I'm not sure whether that awful muck is harmless or you're immediately lucky. Either way, do go on poking things, dear. It's quite entertaining. Examine the sludge. Nearly closer to the heaving mass from a study, you notice that the globules rising in the sky always contain something, with shining core, be it a shiny core of untainted sweet water or a tiny fish. Search for more objects. Wait again. Alright, bye. Well, that's different. I think I want to go... That's a door with another world. What's that? Cable connects a spout. Okay. What's that? Device collects black gloop from somewhere underwater. Okay. What's that? Although the cube hovers in the air, you can feel the ground shudder with its vibrations. Oh. Okay. What's that? Strange lines, rippling forms, sunken buildings dramatically different from the architecture above the water. Let's go this way. Click the door. The metal door is thick, heavy, and unmarked by time. Double rows of circular bumps run horizontally and vertically across the surface. Examine it closely. The metal surface is fused with minuscule threads that are barely visible to the human eye. They only run straight lines and right angles. They seem to convert circular bumps. Upon closer inspection, you notice that each of the bumps is unique and have flat faces. Others are actually many-sided polygons, and a few are marked with tiny... okay. Knock on the door. You lightly knock, then harder. The door makes no sound at all, nor does it shudder or yield. There's no one home, dear. Hasn't been for thousands of years. She appears at the door. One of my colleagues in the order claimed that she got inside, but I don't believe her. Leave the door alone.
All right.
Yep, all right. I imagine a different skill set would have allowed me to get in there. So we're going to go up here.
In this world, then.
Uh-oh. What the hell's that? Oh, it's people. Hi, people! How are you? You're spreading out in attack formations. You step onto what looks like the back of an enormous construct. Four strangers approach you. In the lead is a wiry man, pillow of scars running down his cheeks of collarbone on the left side of his face. He gives you a welcoming smile, pulling gray gloves and bedded with pulsing lights. Oh, pulling on gray gloves. Yeah. He's about to say something when he notices Castellage. I'm calling it Castellan because I don't know how to pronounce his name. He's the star, or he came out of it. But what does Cal have to do with this? Okay, so he knows who I am. Cal! I thought you'd sworn off trawling the reefs. Found anything tasty as I travel up and down both you and Allergan? Odds and ends, Coro, nothing that would interest you, I'm sure. His words are calm, but he has gone quite still. What is he doing here? He has something up his sleeves, I know it. Let him talk. His hand curls on his fist side. I was wondering, specifically, you'd seen Falling Star landed near here not long ago. I've seen nothing of the sort, dear Coro. His lips do something tightly. Let's be deceptive. I fell from the sky. There was no star. That's the worst thing you could tell these people. I'll be honest with you. I saw the star, but I don't know where it landed. 90% chance. Let's go for it. I think I passed it. Success! Coro studies for a long moment before sighing. Alright, well, do let us know if you spot anything of interest. I'd like to say we'd pay for the privilege, but if we were rich, we wouldn't be down here, would we? Scan thoughts. If he's not telling the truth, then he's a fantastic liar. Guess I was wrong. I'm a fantastic liar! Hey! Alright, continue. Bye, guys! Thanks for not fighting me. Nice thinking, kid. That would have been a fiasco. You figured out why they were here. Right? I knew I couldn't trust Castellage. It's the last time I make that mistake. So Allergan doesn't like Castellage. They saw me from the sky and came to investigate. They were ambushing anyone who walked by. We'll go with number one and play it cool. Oh, sure. They just had to be in ambush, ready to go at the same time we were leaving. No, kid. She sold us out. Excuse me? Are you suggesting I had something to do with Coro's plans? Oh, I cannot abide this rabbit paranoia a moment longer. Are you suggesting you didn't? An old friend of yours just happens to be waiting for us, armed and outnumbering us as we return from the greatest find of the reef and standing near us? Too convenient for me. Too convenient by far. Curiouser and curiouser. Oh, of all the idiotic, paranoid delusions. You really don't believe this, do you? Oh, you really believe this, don't you? You really believe I'd use a half-wit like Coro to stab you in the back rather than do it myself? You see, kid? She'll stab you in the back the first... That man is a politician. Because, yeah, see? She admitted it. She'll stab you in the back. Most likely in your sleep. He throws up his hand, forestalling Castellage retort. Look, I don't care. Fact is, I can't trust you anymore, and I wonder why I ever did. This is the last... We traveled together. I've got enough to worry about without having to watch my back 28 hours a day. You coming, kid, or what? You're going to walk away from each other over this? Allergan? I really don't think she was trying to betray us, Castellage. It was a little convenient. There we go. He snorts a bitter laugh. I do. You haven't seen 1/10 of her depths, not 1/20th. She's a backstabbing bitch. Mark my words. You're insufferable to the end, Allergan. Looking for the worst situation. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Child, I'm happy to guide you, but I will not walk another step with this paranoid buffoon. Finally, something we agree on. Kid, she'll chop off your head and spit down your throat. I'll get you where you need to go. Don't let you sleep. And let you sleep at night to boot. It's up to you. I'm going to try to reconcile. Because I'd rather have two than one. My dear boy, we've been working it out. Allergan's petulance and his obstinacy in the face of fact drive me away every day. He might be strong, but he's also thick. I dare you to try traveling with him and see how long you endure. Not as long as I have, I'll wager. His face darkens under the accusations, manages a pained smile, and then if you're doing me a favor by staying with me, do you think I don't see your true self and all those echoes around you? That's you, Castellage, every facet of it. Your vivisectionist's heart hasn't changed, just the way you presented. I thought I could help you, but I guess I'll go on my own. Makes sense? Oh no! Underbelly, I travel around, but I'll keep an ear out for you. At least he's not staying with her. On the other hand, if you prefer civilized company, you can find me at the Order of the Truth. I'd be happy to aid you in your quest, but do not come with Allergan in tow. I will not suffer him again. Okay, so I wasn't going to be able to get both of them. Balls. Now that you've dealt with Koro and his goons, you can continue on the city of Sega's Cliffs to reach the city, cross the bridge to the north end of the platform. Alright, well now we gotta be careful. Okay. Because we're all alone. Interact. Okay, that is... Okay, that is... Yes. Just full of bad. Sickly green crust. Okay. I don't think there's anything else to do here. Examine that.
Yes.
No, examine it. Well, why are you saying I can examine it when I can't? All right, we're gonna bounce off this platform. I may have left something behind, but that's okay. Skills have the following level: novice, trained, and specialized. Skills also have to can be reduced to the inability level, which inflicts penalties when using them. Oh, I should find out what my inability levels are. Okay. Why are you running? Alright, I can't use inability lower machinery, which was really funny because I actually have the machinery skills. So I'm not really sure what that's gonna do. They're conflicting.
Fine.
Don't tell me fine. Okay, some creatures. Blood! I see blood on the walls and a howling doorway. Huh. Oh, wait, let's go talk to them. The stout middle-aged man dressed atop an execution platform. He wears the badge of a city official, and the fringe of dreadlocks hangs down his shoulders. Please stay back with the others. What's going on here? The prisoners, Riss Flatwater, is being publicly executed as a warning to all those who would flout the laws of Sega's Cliffs. What's his crime? Treason! He sold state secrets to the enemy of Sega's Cliff. Ew, look at that. What is he doing? How does the execution work? Another rustic. It's very simple, sir. Our nanos introduce him to a hallucinogenic state. In this state, he experiences visions, nightmares really. He speaks of the things he sees, and his words become flesh as they leave his mouth. We shape the flesh into what a human-like form, the death you see behind him. As more strands escape his mouth, the death wraps him around him and slowly crushes life out of him. Oh, that's terrible. Once the condemned is dead, the devourer of wrongs will eat his corpse. Thus is justice upheld in the cliffs. Okay. Farewell. That's a horrific way to die. Look at that. Oh man, that's so gross and interesting. What the fuck is that? Oh, it's an angry beastie. You inch closer to the lattice energy that holds the creature at bay as you lean in the ugly glaive of sledgehammer slung over his shoulders and shouts at you. Oi, no gawking for free. Pale Hinito. Hinito, sorry. Or get gone, he glowers at you, his hand reaching for the heft of his hammer. Please step away from the cage. Alright. Yeah, we'll bounce. What the fuck is it? It's so weird. What is going on? This place is just packed with people. Felinda. Ooh, what's that? The genocide? Let's go talk to the genocide. Oh. This burly armor-clad figure stands almost motionless as you approach. He regards you silently through a singular eye. The studs of his armors and blades on his shoulders are stained and pitted with age. When he speaks, his voice is muffled and artificial. A hollow grumble that emanates from the entirety of the helmet. I am the genocide. If you ask, I must answer. Pass on, then, and exchange no words. His surface thoughts are like a crystal pool. Alternately transparent or else perfectly reflecting his words. His mind reveals nothing hidden except for one of the low-level hatred of everything around him. This latter is more of a feeling you get than an actual thought you hear. Why must you answer? From within the helmet you hear a grinding noise, sound of teeth gnashing amplified, and the voice says, "We sat at the river's edge and we wept for the time that was. We saw nothing more to conquer, and yet our fear still drove us. We had conquered the land, purged its impurities, made it ours, and still we wanted more. When we heard that humans had come to carve a home, we rejoiced at a new foe and a test of truth. We rode against them. We drove them from the forge of the night sky to the valley of Marahulios, to the dangers of the Black Rag, but those who built atop these ruins, they thwarted us, time and again, and so we brought our constructs and our deadliest warriors to the bay outside the city, and we laid a mighty siege. We entered the human settlement, we fought past the barricade and traps. Some of our constructs are still here, silent and dead, but when we thought we had achieved our greatest victory..." He lowers his head. "A powerful Nano saved them. With his magics, he called upon the strength of the ancients and captured us. I thought my life was at an end, but he imprisoned me in slow time, trapped me in my body, used machines to paralyze my will. I still remember our glories, and I see the fated future in front of me, and I am powerless to act. The memories of our triumphs remain always in the forefront of my mind, and I must answer mocking questions of these people or suffer." How did he stop you? He found old knowledge and made it his own. He created defenses that we could not penetrate. Most telling, most effective. The shield generators, the creature. He created 3 barriers around the heart of the city, and last unmoored the city in time. When our construct touched it, they flashed into stasis. We could not reach the city, but the city could reach us. You feel the tickling of memory. Genocide speaks of the shields. He continues to talk, oblivious. Let the memory come. It's a patchy memory coming from images and moments, the relentless beat of the war machine as they approach the city, the reavers in the sky, on the dirigibles. You remember fighting them on the parapets. You remember fleeing into the safety of the city. You recall making your way to the shield generators, cutting off the Teyvat supply lines, and then the memory fades. Genocide watches you silently. Oh, gained XP from that. Tell me about the shield generators. I told you their effect. They unmoored the city from time. They served their supply. They severed our supply line. They left us vulnerable and defeated. The underspine strategy failed us. I began to doubt. He shifts slightly. The generators are unused, abandoned, and their purpose forgotten. Though the people of the city still swear by our name, and our terrors are fresh in their nightmares. Despite the passage of centuries, they have forgotten the means of their salvation. This one beside me no longer functions, but one of the others is buried in the ground not far from here and has not yet failed. It powers the clock around which those ridiculous fools prance. Huh. How'd they stop you from trying to escape? The Nano who raised the city shields created a device called the Mind Seer. It violated my mind, my memories, and everything that was the core of my being. In a fit of vengeance, he tore truth from me. He made me betray my people. He rewrote my mind. He gave me a perfect clarity into the past and gelded my ability to shape the future. The Teyvat never sought revenge against foes who were mightier than we. We devised stratagems to defeat them. We tested ourselves. We did not punish or hate. Punishment was purification. This, though, is torture. The worst of the city refuse mock me now. They can ridicule and jape, and I am powerless to strike them for their impudence. And now they do not even do that. I have become a fixture, an irrelevance, a non-entity. I am the slave too. You hear his teeth grinding as he thinks of the perfect insult. To peacemakers. I must endure their presence and feel their corruption sink into me daily. Some foreign part of me desires it. He thumps his fist into his hand. But I remember that I will triumph over them. Eventually they will die, and I will not. Oh, interesting. The Nana who defeated you was the changing god. He and his children still live. His voice is flat and dead. Others have claimed this, but I do not know if they say this to torment me. But if our enemy was a god, even if he was once a man, then to stand against him and spit in the face of the divine, the Tabat were holy people. Humans do not believe it, but our rights were as sacred to us as they were profane to your kind. We accepted the will of the ineffable. Any who still live may yet find the mantle of godhood. To be divine is to be beyond the rule of mortal ethics. Those who would be gods must cast aside these concerns if they are to turn against the old teachings. What are you? I am a blade that cannot cut, a weapon that cannot strike, the living monument to a failure. Shift his weight, you hear a frown in his voice. I was Ogesti Tel Kuto, a firm hand of tradition. They called me one of the Black Three. Enemies did not understand us. They took my name to mean death in a dozen extinct languages. Called me the Orphan Maker, Hope Smasher, Death's Child. My armies blackened the earth and the skies. My Dragolus scoured the land. Domination was my duty. If they had known, if they had welcomed us, they might have been our thralls. Instead, they became dust. All this, it was to have been mine in stewardship for the future of my people. It was promised, but now I am genocide, a relic, the last of my kind. Why are you the last of your kind? I know of no others. Calget Anvor, he who shares the truth and understanding, is dead. The blinding light of reason was destroyed. The underspine has fallen. My people are destroyed utterly, and our servant God speaks to us no longer. The clean lines of order and the glory of battle are forsaken us. He pauses. The rest were dust. We rose against a superior foe. We were outmatched. Only I remained to tell the story of the Tabath. Who are the Tabath? My people, his voice is forlorn. Great warriors, we owned this land. We served the underspine, and it served us. We sought the truth and victory. We ascended to Epiphany. We were pure, incorruptible, indivisible, in disunity. We found strength in one another and proved it with bloody blades. We fell, and the underspine fell. And so, too late, we learned new truths. But I carry the old ways as a seed within my heart. What about the underspine? Our slave, our God, our prize. It kept us holy, it kept us pure and unchanging. Anchored to a fixed point, the world turned around us, but we remained constant. When the world brought inconsistency, we fed it with blood. The underspine was our soul, our confessor. We knew clean, hard rapture from it. We knew our path. It gave us words of the ancient Tibet, and our path was rigid and unbending. Absolute. What was the underspine? You would not understand. It was a machine. It was a stone. It was a cavern. It was a city. It was the direct voice of our ancestors. It spoke in our heads and in our ears and in our hearts. We heard its voice in our creches, in our daily instructions. Our God was true and strong and singular, not the fickle, inconsistent things of modern day. You can hear a frown in his voice. Sabotage or failure. One of those under my command told me it had whispered defeat into his ears, as if it had been sickened, lost sight of our true path. Given the question, the underspine denied this. My soldier was cast out, and I suffered a barb for his doubt. It was later, years later, that the underspine broke. After our failure, and I have not been sure if the seeds of our defeat were planted in those days. The nano who captured me, who nailed me into time, he used the Mind Seer to ferret out the Underspine's location. I do not know if he ever found it in the world. He raped a genocide from me and mocked me with his sobrique. I was not to blame. I will stand before the Underspine and swear my innocence. What's the benefit of the absolute path? We had no questions about our duty, about our goals, only the particulars. We erased doubt in the purity of utter certainty. Questions raised are questions answered, or they are heresy. No need for self-agony. The necessity of introspection was transmuted into optimization of our path, into fashioning ourselves into a pinnacle of our achievements. Clear definition in life creates truth. Now this pitiful, not this pitiful shadow. Let me ask about something else. No, I wish you no good tidings. The machine towers above you like a dagger. I know we're over time, but that piece of lore just grabbed my mind. I'm really interested in it. I kind of want to free him and turn him into an ally. I don't even know if you can. The machine towers above you like a dagger driven to the ground by a giant. It seems much older than surrounding buildings. Your hands itch to touch the array of dark panels scattered around the machine as though they have touched them before. Excuse me, sir. Can I help you? What do you want? Get the fuck away from me. I'm touching things.
Now.
Alright. 70% chance. We succeeded. Success. You close your eyes to better concentrate, syncing the currents of memory that does not belong to you, or at least not the body you were in, and you hear the thunderous heartbeat of operational generator calling across the centuries. You open cold, focused eyes, ignoring the screams and drifting tangles of black smoke. Damn it. Your attention is solely focused on the health of the machine's heartbeat. You reach in the hissing guts of the generator, adjust, attuning, hoping. The heartbeat fades in the past. Your body's hand rests on the rusty surface of the long-dead generator. Examine the device. Hand slips over the cobbled together components, the greasy cables, the buttons worn by frequent use. Its strange accomplishments in the machine, clumsy but deft, amateurish but masterful. Only a brilliant mind could have melded so many disparate parts into a functional device. Unfamiliar memories whisper to you the device was used, though you don't know how, to generate a field unmoored everything within from the time itself. Your fingers scrape a rough patch. Lifting them, you see circumnate symbol etched on the side of the side like a maker's mark. Do I get something new from him? Nope.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna free you one day and make you my friend. Alright, there's merchants. Oh, I have now become enthralled with this game's lore.
Let's go.
I was dubious on this game in the early times, in the beginning, and now
I'm ready.
Now I'm just like, oh, that's interesting. Oh. So interesting. I cannot wait to get deeper in this game. So, we're going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. Throw any kind of comments, suggestions, tips, anything in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed this and you haven't subscribed, consider clicking that good old subscribe button in YouTube to let you know when I get fresh content out. All that being said, I'll see you next time.